You know, I'm not superstitious. I grew up thinking that superstitions were pretty dumb. Although I really like that Stevie Wonder song. You remember that one, right?
Very superstitious.
You know, as a kid, I'd hear all sorts of superstitions. Step on a crack, break your mother's back. Don't let a black cat cross your path. Don't touch a frog or you'll get warts. Don't break a mirror, 7 years of bad luck. Don't walk under a ladder. Well, that's just smart. You shouldn't walk under a ladder anyway, but I don't know about the superstition part of it. You know them all, right? But as time went by, I realized it didn't matter. I stepped on a crack on the sidewalk and my mom didn't break her back. Black cat went across my path, didn't bring me bad luck, and so on. So, you know, evidence shows you that superstitions are maybe kind of dumb. So why do people believe in superstitions? Same as they believe in anything, I guess. Hey, this is Tim Patterson, Trade Show Guy, and this is Trade Show Guy Monday Morning Coffee. Thanks for having coffee with me. You'll notice I've got a headset on and a weird microphone. My other microphone, this nice new blue Yeti, stopped working, just out of the blue. I don't know why. I've got to get a new one. I troubleshot it. I spent some time troubleshooting it, and I couldn't find the trouble. It's just got trouble. I couldn't find why it's doing it. Anyway, we'll see what happens. So back to the superstitious stuff. You know, I said I'm not superstitious, but I'm thinking maybe there's a little me that is superstitious. I kind of have this hesitancy to talk about things that are upcoming because I don't want to jinx them, right? You know, jinxing things like, well, that's superstition, right? Like, you don't want to talk about the plane crashing right before you get on an airplane, right? You jinx it. You don't want to mention before a friend is going skiing, for example, hope you don't break a leg on the ski trip because it might jinx them. Kind of silly, right? The odds are what they are. and you're not really going to jinx things. So, you know, just your human mind and how we view things is kind of interesting. And superstitions are one of the things I've been thinking about a little bit. And I'm thinking I don't really have them. But maybe I do have one or two. I don't know. So it's an extraordinarily busy time for us here at TradeshowGuy Exhibits. I got three things going on. Me personally, we're working the Cannabis Collaborative Conference here coming up later this week. Let's see, this would be today, Monday, the 21st of January. So in 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be exhibiting at the Portland Expo with probably 100, 150 other exhibitors. And so I just posted a blog post about that in the last couple, 3 days, kind of looking ahead and mentioning some of the pre-show marketing we did. And I don't really have a sense of how we'll do. I just kind of decided to do this show kind of on a lark, thinking, well, there's a lot of companies at this show that support the industry, as opposed to the growers and the sellers of cannabis here in Oregon. But there's a lot of, HVAC and packaging and marketing companies. And I thought, well, we're a marketing company. Maybe I should go, and there's certainly a market there that we can tap into. And it'd be great to get some clients in the cannabis industry here in Oregon. So we'll see what happens, and I'll report back. But that's coming up. Thanks to Classic Exhibits for helping out on a great little rental backdrop. It'll be fun. I've posted a picture of that as well online and on the blog, TradeshowGuyBlog.com, if you're not there right now. Also coming up in March is the Natural Products Expo West, and frankly, January, February, March are very busy for us because we always had a number of clients at the show, and we're pretty much almost doubling the number of clients we work with at the show this time. I think we got 3 or 4 brand new booth builds going on. That's what I don't want to jinx. I don't want to talk about the specifics of it, but in fact, I wouldn't do that anyway because I don't want to, you know, it's their job to reveal that at the show. And once the show's over and it's been public, then we can take pictures and share those. But a number of clients we've worked with over the years are doing new things, upgrades, small upgrades, some interesting things. One client, we're doing a touch screen interactive video, like a 40-inch screen, something like that. People can come up and touch it and things like that. That'll be fun to do, working with a Blue Pony. I've had Nathan from Blue Pony on this podcast in the past. You should check that out. They're great at that sort of thing, so that'll be fun. Some new builds for some old clients. That's fun, and some new clients. So we're bringing all that on board. But it's really, you're watching the deadlines, and you wake up in the middle of the night. At least I do at 3 a.m. and go, oh, what about this? What about that? What about that? Because every day brings another question, another thing that has to be handled, and that's just kind of the way this industry is. All right, so that's coming up. I'm also considering very strongly going to the National Association of Broadcasters conference or show. It's a big show. It's in Las Vegas in April. I've been invited, so I'm probably going to go, but I haven't finalized that. That'll probably come though. And then the other thing that I'm spending time on is about a year ago, actually a year and a half ago, I got wind of Seth Godin's marketing seminar, and I wanted to take it in January of 2018. I think it's a few, like 2 or 3 months long. There's a lesson every other day, and there's about 100, maybe 150 people involved, and there's a lot of back and forth between all the people that are involved, and I knew it was coming up. And the way this works, when he does this, and I think Seth is brilliant at marketing because that's what he teaches, and he teaches great stuff. But he also, when he has to sign up, the earlier you sign up, the less it costs. So I signed up for this, I don't know, October, November, whenever the sign up opened, at the lowest cost possible. And it started the first week of January, and there's a lesson every other day rolling out. And of course, since January and February are the busiest times of the year for us, I'm trying to work this thing and get a little bit of time every couple of days to respond to the questions and watch the videos and engage with the people. And I wish I had more time to do it, but it is what it is. I know I'm going to pick up some good things out of it. I already have, and I'm looking forward to see how it unfolds over the next several weeks. It's the Seth Godin Marketing Seminar, and that's just a lot of great stuff. There's a book that he wrote about it, which kind of is based on the stuff that he teaches and has picked up from teaching it from all the folks that he taught. This is Marketing Seth Godin, and I have featured this as the one good thing on this podcast in the past. It's definitely a very good book, and I'd highly recommend that, as well as the marketing seminar. Good stuff. All right, so what about the trade show tip of the week? Well, I'm going to go back to the photos. I don't know if I've mentioned this on this particular show, but I certainly have blogged about it. Take a lot of pictures, and when you have one of these in hand, they just call them a phone. You don't even call them smartphones anymore. That kind of went out of fashion a few years ago, but it's a phone. Everything's on your phone. Take pictures, take videos, before, during setup, during the show, during the breakdown. Take a lot of pictures. Remember, your exhibit is usually only set up and available for photos during a show. Most companies don't typically set their booth up at any other time, so if you want pictures of how things looked at the show, how things went together, what graphics you had on, all that stuff, you got to have pictures. You can't just go pull it out and take a look. So take close-ups of how things go together. If there's a question, take graphics pictures, layout, how it all works. I've seen clients experiment with the way counters and things move differently from day to day. They'll move things around just to see if one setup is more advantageous than another. So take pictures of all those and see how that works. Everything. So I've taken photos of client exhibits by the dozens, and sometimes I'm telling you, back in the office, I wish I had taken more. So to my mind, you can't take enough pictures of your booth and competitors' booths and partners' booths. You can store thousands of pictures on this thing, and just take a lot of pictures. So when you come back, you can review it, and some of them may come in handy at some time. All right, let's wrap it up with one good thing. I need a new, decent USB digital microphone. That would be a good thing. Hopefully I'll have one soon. That's it for the Trade Show Guy Monday Morning Coffee for January 21st, 2019. It'll be a busy week. We'll see what happens next week on the show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
13 months